I'm Tyler LeMasters. This is the Pulse of Spokane. Welcome to the show. Today we have a wonderful guest, Tim Craig. He is the owner of Penny Coffee Roasters, and so he is involved in selling America's #1 drug.
Absolutely. I'm committed to creating addiction. No.
Yeah, it's a good business to be in. I mean, everyone loves coffee.
Yep. And every time I can find an article that says it has a health benefit, I go for it.
Well, they do say if you drink it without cream and sugar, it's actually healthy, right? So
There are actually a lot of good benefits for it.
I took that when I heard that. I took that to the bank. I did no further research.
Exactly.
And I've been drinking black coffee ever since.
Exactly. That's the way to do it.
So tell us how you guys started.
Well, I got started just in my own home. My brother, probably about 6 years ago, gave me a small home roaster I tried using. And first, I kind of got disenchanted with it. It was a lot of work. Didn't really get that great of a product. And then I had one of our local roasters, some coffee from them that would just blew my mind. And I was like, but it was $20 a pound. So
Oh wow!
I was
Yeah.
trying to figure out a way that I could do it more economically. So I got some greens, went back to my home roaster, and I got pretty close. I'm not going to say I got as good, but I got pretty close. And from that point on, for the last 5 years, I've just been roasting for myself. So finally, I've always enjoyed coffee a lot.
Sure.
And I've always wanted to do something with coffee.
Yeah.
But about a year ago, I started researching commercial machines to take it kind of to the next level. And a few things lined up for me. And I bought it's one of the smallest size. It's a 1 kilo roaster.
Okay.
So it's about as small as they make them, but it's still commercial grade. I can do about 8 pounds an hour.
That's a lot.
8
pounds a lot.
Yep.
It's a lot.
Yeah. So I can crank it out if I need to, and just have started launched a website early this year. And
So you don't have a brick and mortar shop right now, but
Nope.
you are online.
Yep.
That's the place to be, right? Especially nowadays, right? Because people have been
that's
getting
part of
it
what I
taken out
love
of them.
about coffee roasting, and my business model is that I'm able to do it. I've got rent-free space. It doesn't take much. It's a 10 by 10 room that I roast in. Have my greens in for right now, and I'm
You could sell
able
to people all over the country.
Yep.
No problem.
Yep. And I mean, we're becoming a culture that does more and more online and orders stuff in anyhow.
Yeah.
So it's been good.
Yeah.
So.
Funny thing. Hopefully you don't mind me saying this, but I know some of your kids, and one of your sons, he was drinking coffee the other day.
Yeah.
And he made sure to tell me that he was drinking coffee because he's 14 and he had to wait until he's 14 to be able to have his first actual cup of coffee.
Yep.
And I mean, I didn't ask him or anything like that. He just was like, "I'm 14 now, I can drink coffee."
It's our rite of passage in our house is when
That's
you get to
great.
drink coffee. So yeah, he just turned 14 and is loving it, and my daughter, who's just under him, is dying. So she wants me to move it up a year because she's just right behind him.
Well, I mean, these days it's funny because college is great, but at the same time, if you don't know what you're going to do in college, why are you going to college, right?
Absolutely.
I mean, trade schools are actually a really good route for people who are trying to figure stuff out or just want to make money or have stability or pursue a passion, that kind of thing. And so, I see nothing but potential there because there's such a high demand for coffee. There'll never stop being such a high demand for coffee. And your son could learn how to roast coffee and always have a side gig or a main gig or whatever,
Well, and there's so many avenues that they can learn in doing a coffee business. I mean, right? We have marketing, we've got sales, we've got just business operations, we've got product manufacturing processes.
It's a good way to learn everything.
Yep.
You get your toes in everything.
Exactly. Customer service, all of it.
Yeah. What we do really well here is the coffee stands, the drive-through coffee stands.
Yep.
You think you might want to do that, or do you think you're looking for a brick and mortar, or do you like your model now? It's just the online.
Well, I like my model now. It's pretty simple, pretty streamlined. I have a couple goals with Penny Coffee. Number one is I do want to create a good craft roasted cup of coffee.
Okay.
So a lot of stands, they produce a great solid cup of coffee. I want my coffee to be maybe a step up from a lot of the stands, and
which
some
is
of
hard
the larger roasters.
We're in like the golden era of coffee.
Right. And then in Spokane and obviously Pacific Northwest, we have just a lot of great coffee roasters. And locally we have some micro roasters that are they knock it out of the park. So it's hard for me to compete with that, especially as I'm entering into this area, but and still on my learning curve. But I can do better than most. I'm not going to say I'm the best roaster in town, but I can do better than most. And so I guess my point is that one, I'm not just about the standard cup of coffee and as cheap as you can get it. I want people to really enjoy the coffee and the experience. I want the coffee. You talked about drinking it without cream and sugar. I want them to drink my coffee and be able to do that without cream and sugar.
Today you're stopping me from drinking coffee because normally we would have coffee here.
Oh no!
But our coffee is not great. So I didn't even want to put one in front of you. It'd be embarrassing.
The other thing with a stand, if I ever went and had a spot where people could come and drink my coffee, it'd probably be brick and mortar, because part of my vision, part of the name, is this idea of a penny university. In England, some of the first coffee shops were called penny universities because they were often located by universities. And so after class, these students, professors would come and get a cup of coffee, and then these discussions would break out about all sorts of ideas and current political topics and whatever you have. And so people would come in, get a penny cup of coffee, because that's how much it costs, and they literally, just by listening, could get an education over a cup of coffee. So
just for a penny.
Yep. Yeah. So that's the idea of penny coffee. So not only do I want a craft roasted cup of coffee, but this realm where you can create an environment for conversation and good conversation. So
it's community oriented
and not necessarily unified conversation, right? And in this current climate, one thing that COVID's taught us is that we don't discuss ideas and have difference of opinion very well. And so
isn't that the truth?
If I ever had a place, it would be where we could go and we could have conversations where we would have radically different opinions, but be able to have them in a way where we could engage each other winsomely, with respect, with honor, and maybe change one another's minds. Not just come into it with, this is where I'm at, I'm not going anywhere else. So that would be part of my vision behind Penny Coffee. And so that's probably why I'd never have a drive-through. Although I'd have drive-through capability because
because you could sell to other people and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's great. I love that idea. I love the idea of having a place that people could get together and actually talk. And there are some people in town that don't allow Wi-Fi in the coffee shops.
Oh.
And that usually works a little bit.
Yeah.
People tend to focus more and get together and actually talk and do that kind of thing. It's funny, I spent some time in Spain, like half a year in Spain, and the coffee shops, they would only allow people who are using their computers to sit in certain spots. It'd be like really limited seating.
Yeah.
And they would kind of like stick them in the back or something, or they jam them all at the same table. They'd be like, if you're going to be on your laptop, you have to be at the same table, and then everyone else will get to kind of sit wherever they want and chat and stuff, because they're like, this is a place for people to spend time together, not for you to do work, which is a completely different atmosphere than, we use it for a lot of times.
Yeah.
I know I'm at coffee shops doing work a lot. So.
Yeah. I'm guilty of that for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Well, where can people find you?
So I just have a website online. It's pcroasters.com for penny coffee roasters, not for politically correct, but it's PC Roasters.
Okay.
And we've started a little bit of our vision there. We've got some quotes on the website that I change periodically just to get people starting to think and challenge their ideas and their concepts. So,
Awesome. Thank you for coming on the show again. And I want to say thank you to some of our sponsors: Local 29 Firefighters Union, Homes for You, and Apex Cannabis. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.
The economy is getting stronger. Banks are lending again, and interest rates are at historic lows. Now is a great time to buy your dream home. The caring and knowledgeable professionals at Homes for You have been helping people just like you for over 20 years. They take the time to listen to what you want and will help you find just the right home in Washington or Idaho. Real estate is what we do at Homes for You, 928-5782, or visit online at homes4uspokane.com.
This is River Ridge Frame Shop, called Frame It Today, where we can take your art, customize it, and get it ready to hang on the wall. Here at River Ridge Hardware, 2803 West Garland.
Weather in the inland Northwest can wear you down. And if your gutters are in poor condition or you do not have gutters, you could suffer damage that could cost a fortune to fix. Rainman Seamless Rain Gutters has almost 30 years of professional experience in serving the inland Northwest region and strives to ensure customer service that is second to none, from the time you call to the end of the project.
Thanks for watching this episode of The Pulse. We are where you are. Check us out on any of these other platforms as well as our website. This show is sponsored by Local 29 Firefighters Union, Homes for You, and Apex Cannabis.